Okay. What do we have here? We have, okay. All right, this one had a great title. This is some more of the Whatever podcast, of course. Just absolutely hilarious stuff going on here. Candace Owens, we all know who Candace Owens is. Destroys. She destroys. Woman who sleeps with married men. Whew, okay. So, some kind of prostitute, maybe? Oh, look, it's Pixie again. This girl looks familiar also. I don't know who she is, though, off the top of my head. I think she might do some debate circle stuff, but I'm not sure. I don't know who these other three chicks are. She's got a very interesting outfit going on here. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, Candace Owens hanging out with these girls. That's fascinating. Totally with it. Here we go.
It's meaningful to me.
Wait, just
This is a short one. It's only 8 minutes, so.
Clarification. So you're a sex therapist?
As
Yeah.
sex workers, we're basically sex
I mean,
therapists.
I don't have a counsel.
Okay, so I don't know who these other girls are either, but apparently
Degree. I have a
her and the
master's
orange
degree in
girl
education.
are
We have an
prostitutes.
article. You recently kind of went viral. Nick, can you pull up the
Prostitutes
article?
who went viral.
Like,
Okay.
New York Post.
Yeah,
New York Post. I'm a sex therapist.
Get it? Because viruses.
I sleep with clients to save
Wow.
marriages.
Oh my gosh, I didn't
They
realize
went
you were this
crazy.
person. I did.
I
see it.
sleep with the clients
you
to
reacted
save
to this, or
marriages.
you-
Guys, if you need to go to a prostitute to save your marriage, go to regular therapy, maybe, first. Like a lot of it. Like a lot of it. Okay? A lot of it.
You saw
Almost
it.
did, but I'm here.
You're here now. So,
Perfect.
Nick, can you pull up the article really quick?
Yeah.
One more. Sex therapist Olivia Bentley. Wait. Takes
No
a
looking
hands-on
these girls
approach
up,
with her
boys,
clients
okay?
by sleeping
None
with
of
them. I've saved marriages. The Boise, Idaho native told Kennedy News, calling her her work
No clue,
life-changing. I get physically involved with the majority of the people I see. I think that's part of the appeal. The veteran sex worker who spent 15 years in the industry claims that women have asked her to demonstrate sex acts on their husbands, while some wives grant their eager hubbies a hall pass to pay Bentley a visit.
Yikes.
Good times.
Yeah.
Is
and-
that pretty accurate? I mean,
Yeah.
you save marriages by having sex with the husband?
Well, I think the tabloids went a little crazy
Oh, they-
with
okay,
the
okay,
whole,
okay.
But
New York Post is known to
Yeah.
okay.
they really, went wild with it. But I do help a lot of couples that come in. One right now is asking me to lend a hand, and he's more of a beta, and she'd like him to be more of an alpha, and she wants me to work with him on
You should go to the
being
gym.
more just outwardly in control and aggressive in the bedroom, things like that. There's a lot of different psychological needs and reasons why people would want to come and work with a professional sex worker.
Sure. Candace, it seemed like maybe you had something
I think
on
it's the
this.
most outrageous thing I've ever heard.
It's pretty crazy. I don't
It's
usually agree
so
with
in the
Candace
realm
Owens,
of,
but it's
like,
pretty crazy.
Dragons and mythical creatures mythological creatures that it's hard to respond to. The idea that she's
Did she just say? She just said it's in the realm of dragons and mythical creatures. I don't know about that, but but yeah, it's definitely a little kooky.
saving marriages. It's just
I don't feel like it's.
You're in disbelief.
I'm actually
Here's another
in utter
disbelief.
disbelief that she is saving marriages.
Here's another example.
Sure.
Okay.
So like, and this has been, there's multiple clients that do this, where the wife will not have sex anymore. She
Right.
went and said, look, when they were courting each other, she was down for sex. She was a sexual person. She was all about it. Then let's fast forward, they're married. We're married now, contract solidified. I don't want to have sex anymore. Ew, oral sex is gross. Oh, that's demeaning if you're asking me to do that.
So you're not saving marriages. You're
It
helping
just
people
sounds
to
like a
keep up
bad
the farce that
marriage.
they are in a marriage. Because at the very moment that you let someone else into your marriage, it's no longer a marriage.
No.
Yeah.
And
These
guys will
women,
come in-
no,
so
these
to say-
women
Yeah,
are
I'm not really with all that poly-ish, so. I mean, to each their own, but you kind of just have a roommate at that. In the situation they're both describing, you kind of just have a roommate.
around and said, I will allow you to see a professional.
So they are not
So-
in a marriage. That's the
Well,
point.
they're
As soon as
married,
you
Or
lend
some of
your
their
spouse
wives are
out,
like dying from cancer and this, that, and the other. And
I'm sorry. How often is that? Like, bro, if your wife is dying from cancer, just masturbate. Like, what? If she's dying, she's gonna be gone in the not super duper far away future. So like, come on.
If I'm dying from
Is even-
cancer and
and
my
somebody
husband
sleeps
goes
with
to
somebody
sleep with
else,
somebody, I
is-
swear to God.
Like
their
their
husband-
wife,
Yes, thank you. I don't know who that blonde girl is, but yeah, like what? I'm dying from cancer. Go sleep with a prostitute. Jesus.
their wives are
Guys,
the
one at a
ones that
time.
come.
Hold on, just one at a time, please. Go.
Like, have some self-control, boys. Come on. Little self-control. Go to the gym, okay?
Candace, were you?
I just would like to make the point that at the very moment that you loan your spouse out, especially if you're dying of cancer, so that they can get off, you're no longer in a marriage. So it's just a farce. It's like it's a comical. You're pretending for
You have a
people that you're
roommate,
in a marriage, that you're in a
kinda.
loving relationship. That's not what a marriage is. So to say that I help marriages, no, you help destroy marriages, and they can go out and say that we're still married because what we've done is we've essentially said, you take care of this aspect of the marriage. It's like saying, you raise the kids, you have sex with him. This isn't a marriage. It's the whole thing is fake,
what do you
right?
Go
think
ahead.
that they should
I'll bring
do?
you in next.
What do you think that they
They should work on their marriage together. The union between a husband and a wife should work on their marriage together to fix it. You don't bring out an outside person to sleep with your
But
husband
if
or your
she's
wife.
saying, I'm not down
Or at
for
that point,
sex,
or at that point, just get a
Then she might-
get a divorce. Like, come on.
want
down for a
you to- I want to
divorce.
outsource the sex.
What if she's
I
gonna
want
die
you to
from
go to this
cancer and
One second,
she
one second.
wanted him and she allowed him to do that because he needed to get off some way or she
You don't need to get off all the time, boys. You don't. Have some self-control. It's okay. Get a hobby. Go to the gym. Make some money. Do something. There's so many other things you can do. Like, this is crazy.
While she was dying of cancer, one of the last things on her mind was, let
this
me
is
make
a
sure-
real life. This is a
Well,
real
he
life.
shouldn't want
This is a
to.
real life. Yeah, this was a real. I'm asking you.
And is that what he told you?
This. Yeah.
That
So
his wife that's dying of cancer wanted him to come have sex with you?
not with me. One of like this is from what I've heard. Yes.
Somebody told you
Right.
that there's that as a dying
Okay.
wish, my
Yes.
dying
So
wife
how would
said,
you
please
want
go
that?
have sex with a prostitute.
I saw it
at a
on
brothel."
TikTok.
I'm just going to call bullshit on that altogether.
no,
I just don't
because
think
it does
when you're dying
happen.
of
It
cancer,
happens.
going through leukemia.
People will literally bring their guys here.
Please
Okay.
bring them on the
Okay.
podcast.
It does sound a little sus. I'm not going to call bullshit on it. I'm sure it happened. I'm sure it's happened. But, boys, you're putting your wife that's dying of cancer in a position where she feel like, come on. You call yourself a man? Come on.
I just want to
Essie,
say
go ahead.
that okay,
Absurd
it's
scenario I've ever heard in my life.
there's
a lot of crazy shit. has
there's
been
marriage
Crazy.
counseling where they can take you
Men
through
just
sex
change.
therapy where you don't have to sleep with somebody else. If it's about a woman not wanting to have sex anymore, what's the underlying reason? Are her hormones messed up so she's not wanting to be sexually active? Is
Oh, I
there
have a
not
good
enough
one next.
foreplay when they're having sex? Like there's other avenues you can take for
There's
sex
like
therapy.
normal couples counselors.
Yes.
Real couples counseling,
regular.
where you try to solve the problem in your
Yeah, we start with, like,
relationship.
we start with just making any attempt at all to talk to our partner and figure it out. And if we can't do that, then maybe we go to couples counseling. And if it's really getting that bad, then maybe there's some kind of sex specific couples therapy that isn't outsourcing a whole aspect of your relationship to a prostitute. That's crazy.
Then you don't just source it out to a prostitute.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
The cancer thing is crazy.
The cancer thing is crazy, right? That's
The cancer thing
crazy.
is
He lied.
crazy.
He lied.
But
Yeah, I would say he
outside of
probably
that,
lied.
I don't think that it's up to any of us what constitutes a marriage because every relationship is different.
Well,
So
the
if
Bible.
if a husband, okay, but
These words
if you're
have
not,
meaning.
Well, so here's the thing. Forget the Bible part, but words do generally have meanings. And like the way we use the word, there are all kinds of different relationships. But when you're talking about a marriage, that is like a very specific connotation of like there's exclusivity. There's a certain level of commitment to working through issues in life together. There's the partnership aspect. There's a lot of different things, and a prostitute is not one of them.
Meaning.
not everyone is religious.
Well, wait, hold on. Is
Like
that a
saying,
cross
It
necklace?
doesn't constitute,
Yeah, it
like, what do you,
Wait,
yeah.
okay, really quick.
Not everybody's
Since
religious.
we're talking about religion really quick. Okay, you have a cross necklace, but then your shirt says "Made in Hell."
Yes,
Can
it
you?
does.
I'm a little confused.
Ironic,
Can you?
I mean,
I'm a little confused.
All right, so she's obviously not religious, but I mean, I don't care about that. I'm not one of these Christian tradcon people, so
stone is red, so it matched, you know.
But why are
Yeah,
you wearing a
it
cross on
matched.
your neck?
Color coordinating with your necklace.
Because I don't see a cross as religious, so
I don't really see
Okay.
this
I
as
feel like
being
I
all
don't see a
strictly
marriage as
relevant.
religious.
Is this almost over?
I don't think that a
They don't
marriage-
have a meaning. This is why it's like we're at a stage where people are like,
This
what
is
is
a
a woman? 'Cause
wild
they just
clip.
go, well, we're going to call it a marriage, but we're going to sleep with other people. We're going to bring in prostitutes. We're going to outsource raising the kids, or we're never going to have kids. You're calling it a family. It's not a family, and this is what it is. The words have no meaning, right? I'm wearing the cross. Why? I don't know. I don't think of it as religious. Okay, well, Jesus Christ died on the cross.
you think that.
Allegedly.
That's what you think.
Wait.
It's
That's
been
what you
proven.
think.
Yeah. So
It's
why
been
are you wearing the
proven.
cross?
And sex
Because I think it's
worker
cute.
is a
You just
I
think
more,
think that the design is cute.
Yeah.
better term.
Wait, really
I
quick.
grew up
Hold on.
Catholic. I was religious, and I'm not
Prostitution,
anymore. I
being
don't have to
called-
believe in what you believe, and I can say that if
I didn't
somebody
say you had to believe. I asked you a question.
But
I
you're
said, why are
telling
you
me,
wearing the cross?
Okay, and you're saying that the religious aspect of marriage is the only thing that matters. It's not, because people don't follow what you believe.
Okay, I asked you why you're wearing the cross, and you said because you thought it was cute.
Yeah,
I'm
and I
glad
do.
we got an answer. She's wearing the
Okay.
cross around her neck because she thinks it's cute.
I do.
Would
I'm
you
not religious.
also wear like a Star of David?
It's cute.
As
Well,
like
because-
if it was cute, would you wear
Well,
it?
okay, well,
I
I
just
don't know
mean like
where we're going,
I'm
where this is
asking that
going.
because I wonder
Well,
like
I
my
have-
guess is that you would think that
gotta talk.
maybe you wouldn't wear a Star of David because you're like, oh, this is maybe like disrespectful to people who are.
Are you making the
Jewish.
argument? Maybe. I mean.
No, I'm just.
The secular.
It's a very
here,
good question.
I'm just saying.
Devil's advocate here. Secular argument. Someone might just say that the cross is just maybe it's more aesthetically pleasing even for an atheist. I don't know.
Sure,
I
but
don't know.
liberals
Okay,
are all about
look.
like having
Would you wear, like, a
respect and
yarmulke 'cause
tolerance.
it's,
So
like,
I'm
cute?
just like wondering if you
I'm
think
asking,
it's.
would you wear a yarmulke? 'Cause it's
Yeah,
I think those are very
Oh,
different
are you talking
things.
like
Why is the
blasphemy?
I'm
cross
saying-
different from the
I'm-
yarmulke?
I'm just.
I mean, I was
asking-
raised Catholic, and that's just
Would
not
you
something
wear
that
a
I believe
yarmulke if you
anymore.
thought it was cute?
No, I wouldn't wear. I mean, a yarmulke is completely different than
No,
a
it's-
cross.
I'm not sure how it's that different. I mean, aside from like the aesthetics of it, like I assume they're gonna make her
That's
explain.
been
So
announced.
There's
You can
symbols
buy a
of,
cross
like, a re-
necklace anywhere.
There's symbols of a
Okay, the
religious.
argument of why it's different, basically.
all right, Pixie's gonna tell us why it's different. Okay, thank goodness.
Would come down to like how Catholicism has been practiced versus Judaism, in the sense that like Catholics did use the cross symbol, tried to emplace it like in indigenous populations, tried to spread it as much as possible, and that's why in modern day a lot of people think that's like more okay, because it was meant to be popularized.
Okay,
It was
'cause
meant
we
to be
were
a
s- they
symbol
were,
that the masses
yeah.
should look up to and should see in general. Versus
That's
Jewish
a reasonable
symbols,
argument.
Okay.
I would argue they didn't go
We're
through that.
totally way
I think
off the
we're
point
kind
of
of
the
derailing a
sex
little.
therapist thing. Yeah, so basically what Pixie was saying was kind of getting like overtaken by everything else. When Catholicism moved to well, not the United States at the time, but North America, they were trying to spread the cross around to people who didn't believe to try to attract them to the religion. So the cross just kind of became a artistic sort of, you know, basically just like a regular piece of jewelry or something, that like anyone could have. And, you know, they saw it as kind of like spreading the faith. Judaism does not do that with yarmulkes. So kind of a different situation. All right.